Hello student, this video lecture is prepared for the particle technology subject, and today I will discuss the unit number 5, that is known as the sedimentation. So in a previous lecture we have already discussed about laboratory batch sedimentation test, and today we will continue with laboratory batch sedimentation test and also discuss how to plot the settling velocity curve. Then the thickener, which is the equipment which is used for the sedimentation, that equipment we will discuss. Then we will discuss the types of thickener, and if the time permit we will discuss the coagulants and the role of coagulants in the filtrate and sedimentation. So in the last part we had discussed this laboratory batch settling test. Means just you have to take the slurry of uniform concentration and allow the gravitational or gravity settling to this cylinder, and then watch how there are different zones are produced, that is clear zone, uniform concentration zone, non-uniform concentration zone, and sediment zone. So after that, at the end of this process we will obtain this, means only A and D zones will remain. And in laboratory test we have to just note what is the height of the liquid interface, that is zone between A and B. So you have to just measure this zone A and B. You have to note that this height and time, means at different time you have to measure this height until we get this zone. Okay. So by doing this we obtain a graph or plot. So this plot is shown in this figure. So you have to plot here on y-axis clear liquid interface height, that means this AB height. If we look at this figure, this is the AB height. So you have to measure this height as the function of time. That means at different times, say 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, like that, you have to measure this height. So this height will be decreased simultaneously and it will reach to the ultimate height. So you have to note this clear liquid height versus time, and then you have to plot this graph. So this graph is called a settling velocity curve or batch settling curve. So if we draw the tangent to this graph and calculate the slope at any point, that will be represent the settling velocity. Okay. So during the early stage of the settling process, the rate of settling is constant. If we look at here, and then as the time increase, the settling velocity decrease. So settling velocity is decrease, and steadily it will reach to the ultimate height. Okay. So here we will reach at the ultimate height, and then there is no decrease in this height. So this height remains constant. Okay. So this batch settling test will be gives a different curve for every sludge and for different concentrations. That means if we want to plot for any sample, then there is one type of a curve, or there is another sample or another solid liquid mixture, then there is another curve. So in this way we can plot the different curve for the different slurry or sludge. And why we are doing this? This data is useful for the design of the thickener. So thickener is nothing but the equipment which is used for the sedimentation. That equipment is called a thickener. So for design of that thickener, that means you have to calculate the height, diameter, etc. So that things we can calculate or obtain by doing some calculations by plotting this graph. So this is actually case of the continuous batch settling. In case of continuous thickener or in continuous zone, these zones remains constant. Suppose this is a continuous thickener, and when these zones present in a continuous thickener, the height of each zone will remain constant. Okay, so that means clarification zone is remaining here, settling zone is remaining here, upper compression zone and compression zone. That means A, B, C, D. So all these 4 zones remain constant in continuous thickener. But in case of a batch settling test or batch sedimentation, these zones are having different thickness or layers. So which is not happening in the case of continuous thickener, because there is continuously feed is coming from this side and there is a continuously withdrawn of that sludge from this side. So the zones level is maintained continuously in a continuous thickener. But in case of batch thickener, the different zones are having different length, which is depend upon the time. So these are the difference between these two, continuous and batch sedimentation thickeners. So now we will move the equipment which is called a thickener. So what is meant by thickener? In industry, the sedimentation operation may be carried out in a batch wise or a continuous in a equipment which is called a thickener. Okay, so batch wise means you have to just add the liquid, apply the settling, and then the solid is removed from the bottom, which is also called a sludge. And in a continuous thickener, you have to add the feed continuously. Then we have to apply the settling continuously, and we have to withdraw the sludge or solid material from the bottom continuously. So in this way, in the industry, the thickeners are operate as a batch wise or a continuous. Now first we will discuss what is meant by batch thickener. A batch thickener usually consists of cylindrical tank provided with the opening for the slurry feed and the product discharge. So if we look at this, the opening, this tank is open. So opening is provided for here for the feed. So feed is nothing but that liquid plus solid material you have to add from here. And there is outlet is provided at the bottom of the tank, which is conical. The tank is filled with the dilute slurry. So here the dilute slurry is filled, and the slurry is allowed to settle for some time. And after the sedimentation has processed, that means sedimentation process is over, the clear liquid is taken out as a overflow, and the sludge, that means solid material, is taken out from the bottom. Okay, so from bottom you have to remove this sludge. Then again you have to feed the dilute slurry. The solids are settled at the bottom, and then clear liquid is taken out from the top of the thickener. It is also called a overflow. So overflow is nothing but a clear liquid. That means this liquid does not contain any solid material. This liquid does not contain any liquid. That is called a underflow or sludge. And feed is nothing but it will contain liquid plus solid mixture. It is also called a dilute slurry. So this is the schematic diagram of the batch thickener. So batch thickener means you have to just add the liquid, apply the settling, then separate clear liquid and sludge. It is called a batch. Then again you have to feed dilute slurry like this. So in this way this thickener is working. Then there is another type of the thickener which is called a continuous thickener. So what is happening in the continuous thickener? A continuous thickener such as door thickener. So door thickener is nothing but it is the name of that thickener which is used for the sedimentation. So what is the construction? It consists of a flat bottom, large diameter with shallow depth tank. So this tank is having very high depth. Okay, so it is just a shallow depth. It is provided with slow moving radial rakes driven by central shaft removing the sludge. So this part is called a rake. So the rake is nothing but it is just like a agitator. So why this agitator is provided? For removing the sludge material from the bottom. So it will scrap this solid material into this cone, and from this it will discharge. The slurry is fed at the center of the tank at the depth of 0.3 to 1 meter. So you have to just feed slurry here. That means dilute liquid. The clarified liquid is continuously removed. This clear liquid is removed from the overflow which runs around the form of the outlet. So here the outlet is provided. So it is a circular type equipment. So clear liquid is, or we can say the overflow is taken here. So this is also called a launder. So this part is also called a launder. And the thickened liquid or liquor is continuously withdrawn from the bottom. So this solid which is deposited at the bottom of the this tank is taken out from this outlet provided, and the slowly revolving rake scrap the sludge towards the center of the bottom. So this blade is scrap that solid material into this bottom. So in this way the sludge is taken out from here, and the clear liquid is taken out from here. So the function of thickener is to produce the clear liquid and to produce a given degree of thickening of the suspension. That means you have to produce the thickening. That means this solid material is removed. That is called a thickening. Generally the continuous thickener is giving higher output than the batch thickener. Okay. So here I will conclude the lecture. So in this lecture we have discussed what is meant by the batch thickener and the continuous thickener, and also we have discussed some part of the laboratory batch sedimentation test. So remaining part we will discuss in the next lecture. Thanks.